Mga ka-barangay, welcome to another Corneta with House of Musa candidates. And with us today, our host, Pia and Jace.
Hello mga ka-barangay!
Good morning!
Good afternoon and good evening.
This is Pia.
And this is Jace.
And we are your hosts. So ayun, hi Jace!
Hi!
Once again,
Hello! Again
nandito
and
na naman
again.
tayo. So hello po sa mga viewers namin dyan. Before we start our another episode today with our next Musa model, I hope everyone was stoked from our last episode with Miss Tita Jean together with Mrs. Carmela and of course Mrs. Joanna as well. I hope you've inculcated a lot from that episode. And of course, right now, ini-encourage po namin ang lahat para mag-like,
Subscribe to our YouTube channel and also like our Facebook page and also visit our website, the Musa website.
Of course.
So they will be more informed. And yeah, there were a lot of warming comments from our previous live. And we'd like to
Exactly.
invite everyone to keep your comments coming and we will be reading that for sure. We are so happy to see your comments
Yes, we
below.
are.
And we're moving forward for more comments. No? And yeah, share this live and we will be talking more about our next guest.
Our next guest,
Very
which is
youthful.
vibrant. It's a different energy. It's a different vibe. So, of course, once again, we are very much pleased to inform everyone that complete na po yung 31 models natin this coming May 27, Flores de Musa po. And to those who wants to sponsor our event, go ahead and check the link provided there here po at the bottom. And of course we are very we encourage everyone to sponsor po and of course buy our tickets online as well. So without further ado, I think we're all set to introduce you to our next guest for this episode. She is
the unemployment advocate.
of course
Yes. And
for
also-
mental health and at-risk communities.
Yes. And also she's a singer, we will see.
Uh-huh.
And she's a composer, a model advocate, a Musa model advocate.
Yes, exactly.
Alright.
And of course, she is also a finalist for Miss New Zealand 2023.
I am so excited.
Very
I know you
much.
are.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, mga kabarangay, please help us welcome our guest for today, Miss Alpha Tan.
Virtual round of applause, please.
Hi
Virtual
everyone. Thank you so much for hi.
You
Thank
look
you so much
very,
for the
very beautiful.
Very pretty.
Oh, thank you.
How are you? How are you, Miss Alpha? Should I call you Miss
good.
Alpha? Alpha? How would you like me to address you?
Any way or Alpha is
Okay.
fine. Thank you.
Yeah, how
Yeah,
are you? How was your heart?
Really good, thank you. I'm just really excited to be here. Just to have this opportunity to start off the advocacy for the House of Musa. And it's been really busy with the Miss New Zealand things, but I'm still really excited and driven, even though overtired.
Okay.
That's okay.
Oh, very, very busy person.
Yeah, at least we are tired because we're doing something for the community.
Yes, and it's
Yeah.
impactful, and
Yeah.
we that's a kudos for you, Miss
Mm.
Alpha. So of course, I've known Miss Alpha know that you are a Filipino by blood, born in NZ. So
Yes.
Miss Alpha, tell us more about yourself.
Yeah, so I am full Filipino. My parents are both Filipino. I was born here, and my dad was born in Bautista, Pangasinan, and my mom in Pangasinan as well, for Daneta, I think. Yeah, and
So
yeah,
you know how to speak in Tagalog.
yes, I can. It's a little bit
Also
slang.
understand.
I'm trying to improve. yeah, yeah.
Your parents taking those information you've been mentioned. I just want to ask them, have you been to Philippines or you visited Philippines? Because you've been
Yeah.
born to New
Oh,
Zealand.
you've been to Philippines. Which
Yeah,
part of the Philippines have you been?
Actually, my parents gave me the opportunity to study as a third-year
Uh-huh.
student at Bautista National High School.
Oh.
So I studied. I stayed in the Philippines for almost 2 years, and it was so amazing. I'll never forget it. I'm still in touch with some of my classmates from the Philippines.
Oh, that's nice. So you're still in touch with your friends here. If given
Yeah,
the opportunity, which part of the Philippines would you want to visit or like, you know,
I
tour?
feel, yeah, I feel like the Philippines is really known for the touristy spots, especially when I talk to New Zealanders. But for me, I think any country I want to travel, I want to see the culture before it got sort of urbanized, sort of like the
Yeah,
raw. Yeah, so I kind of really want to visit the parts of the Philippines where the culture is really still indigenous, sort of at its raw
I
form. I
see.
feel like, yeah, I feel like that shows a lot about um, the how our culture was, in its
Mm-hmm.
in its essence.
Okay. Okay, so Miss Alpha, you mentioned about culture. So based on your root culture, which is
Yeah,
Filipino, how has it been being a Filipino born and raised in New Zealand?
New Zealand. I actually love it. I'm so grateful that I actually have the perspective of two different cultures. And in fact, New Zealand is known to be a melting pot of cultures. And so I love it. I love that my parents instilled in me to always look back to my roots. So even though I might come across a bit, I guess my accent's a bit Kiwi, I'm still very much, I'd like to say, Filipino in values. And yeah, it's sort of given me an open-mindedness to differences, and I think that's a really good thing to carry when we're sort of going through life and meeting different people.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay.
yeah, I feel like as a Filipino born in New Zealand, it makes me really proud to see other Filipinos here. You
Ah, that
really,
is nice.
really, yeah, you really can't hide the hardworking traits. You
The
see it in the
Filipino community there is also strong.
yeah, very strong. Like we're always when you ask other cultures about, oh, what do you think of what? How do they know Filipinos? They say, oh, they can all sing. They're all great. Singers, they're all
Because if
hardworking.
you're Filipino, they will know that you're a singer.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
So we
they
will
just
we will dig deeper on that
Right?
aspect later on since you know you're also a
hello.
singer composer,
Yes.
I believe.
Yeah, see, she made mention earlier about being a Filipino. Whenever you were situated in every country, they will know that you're a Filipino because you are resilient
Yeah.
and you can cope with
Oh,
life's difficulty, and you
Mm-hmm.
were able to interact with other culture as well.
yeah,
With that being said, I heard that you were a mental advocate.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I just want to ask though, how were you able to use your platform to
Yeah.
spread cultural
Cultural
awareness?
awareness.
Cultural awareness. Yeah, that's a really great question. I think so. In the work that I do, I help New Zealanders get jobs. They're on job seeker benefit. That can come in many forms. They could be struggling with housing, food, or they could be fresh into the country, or young ones, or people out of
Mm-hmm.
job looking to get back in. And I think bringing cultural awareness in comes through in the workplace when there's a lot of coaching involved when we help them find jobs.
Mm-hmm.
It involves, yeah, when we coach them, that involves working alongside different types of people.
Yeah, the
Uh,
diversity.
yeah, the diversity and sort of getting to know what their perspectives are, what it's like, how do they feel working around different cultures, what do they know, or how do they view different cultures, and to sort of encourage embracing the differences when they're in the workplace.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, hopefully that
Yeah,
answers
'cause yeah, it takes
that.
a lot of
Of
courage. Yeah,
course,
it
you
takes a
did.
lot of courage to be able to know each individual, knowing that they have different views
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
opinions and their culture.
Yeah.
yeah,
One mistake or one thing that you will do will, affect wholly
The
you as an
entirety.
individual
Yeah,
or
the
as a
entirety
Filipino.
of
Because
you.
if you
mm,
were so not careful about other culture, it talks
yeah,
about Filipino as a whole.
Yeah, and
yeah.
especially we
It's
have
true.
nonverbal cues that
Mm.
are sometimes okay to our culture, but to
Yeah.
others, let's say it's offensive or like that's not
Yeah.
that's that's a riddance, if you know what I mean. So of
Mm,
course you've mentioned about diversity, understanding cultural differences,
yeah,
how we perceive and try to interact with other cultures, like
mm,
especially the Maori culture and the Filipino
yeah,
culture. It's a
yeah,
bit the same. However, we also have like differences, of course. And
yeah.
so, Miss Alpha, how are you going to use this platform, House of Musa, or like being a Musa advocate, to also promote your stand on mental health and being
Yeah.
like, what you mentioned earlier?
Yeah, I really love this question because if Miss Tita Carmela didn't tell me about it, I don't know how I would have come across it. I'm so grateful that she did because I love everything that it stands for because I love how first of all the sustainability part made from banana fibers and it's to sort of boost the living conditions and the rights of people in the jails, if I understand correctly, in the Philippines. So I love that it, first of all, it can take a toll on our mental health the way others view us. And if, say, we have a certain label like criminal or like, someone that has made mistakes in the past or of a different culture to someone else, um, I think it's a step forward when in representing House of Musa, like it says that I sort of there's potential and there's value in giving second chances and sort of
That's so
um,
nice. I love
yeah,
that. Giving second
yeah,
chances. It's like
yeah,
giving others a sense of purpose as well, despite like the
yes,
universe that they have been.
yeah, exactly that, and that there's more to someone than a label that can be so easy to put on others, like through judgment. And I think that that's what House of Musa stands for. But yeah, so like I'm really
It is.
grateful to be able to wear like represent clothing,
Yes.
things like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Hearing from all the things that you've made mention and you said, we've became more careful as we age, as years goes by. We become
Mm,
self-aware. With
yeah.
that being said, I just want to ask an addition and a question though. How are you different now than you were this time last year? Were there
This
any change of
last
perspective? Were you be more self-aware, or would you want more to help other people? How is Miss
yeah.
Alpha right now?
Wow, that's amazing. I feel like this time lot from basically the start of this year to now and a little bit before, I've set a goal to try new things and put myself out of my comfort zone, like Miss New Zealand. And I think that's one of the best ways to challenge our perspectives and grow. So in doing that, it sort of forces me to reflect what it means to be me, because sometimes in trying new things it will challenge me. It won't really feel authentic if I don't know why I'm connected to what I'm trying to do or what my purpose is in doing this new thing. And I feel like it's trying new things allows me to do more self-reflection. What do I stand for? And to be more aligned with that. And so last year to now, and trying these new things, I've really grown a lot. And I think one thing I've learned the most is to not compare yourself to others too much, because if there's something that you have, like a gift from God that was given to you, that's only yours. Like you can't win or lose. Someone else can't do something better or worse than you if it's completely your own. And to own that, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's
So that,
very nice. As we are in the process of changing ourselves, becoming more
mm,
self-aware, and as we welcome growth within ourselves, we
yeah,
shouldn't forget that we don't get to forget our
Our roots, where we
yeah.
came from, and the
yes,
adversities that we have to encounter. And at the same time,
mm-hmm.
upon like having this interview with you, Miss Alpha, I've seen that you're such you are a person with great principles and with good morals. So
Trying.
I'd like to commend you for that. I'd like to
Thank
commend you
you.
on that. And of course, Miss Alpha, how are you able to harness your values and like instill it as a Musa model?
How am I able to harness it? Does that mean as in like how do I remind myself of these values, kind of thing.
In general, where did you got this from? Like, what was
Ah,
your
Yeah,
inspiration?
she mentioned
yeah,
earlier about her dad will always
Oh
tell her
yeah, your dad would
about.
always tell you.
yeah, definitely my parents' upbringing. I'm so grateful to have parents that always told me exactly that, to remember where I came from, and even though they grew up in New Zealand, they're actually great examples of cultural inclusivity because they're very much Filipino, but they're helping Filipinos into New Zealand, and they're also um, integrating very, very well through their jobs and what they do with the New Zealand community. So it's sort of showing that you can remain close to your roots, but still be open to and mingling with different
Other
cultures.
cultures. That is so nice. That's intercultural communication. That is
Yeah.
very, very nice.
Yeah, and then obviously, of course, always to hold strong to our faith in God. Sort of,
Always
yeah,
stay to your roots
Mm-hmm.
and
yeah.
always acknowledge
Mm-hmm.
that even though you've been talking with a lot of people, aside from your
Mm-hmm.
race, you get stay true to your truth and never forget that a Filipino values.
Of course,
And
Yes.
that's
yeah,
nice. We were just
Mm-hmm.
talking about that because you really you exert that kind of personality, and as well as like the
Thank you.
energy that we got from you.
Oh,
It's
thank
very
you.
Filipino, but at the same time, like it's merging to your Maori culture as well.
yeah. Talking
Oh,
about
thank
being a
you.
Filipino, I
Filipino.
heard, yeah, because if you're a Filipino, they will know
Filipinos
you
are mostly known to be a
a good
good,
singer.
of
So I just
course.
want to ask right now, though, if you know,
What's
if
Sampal.
a
if you
sample?
were, because you
I'm
were a
kidding.
composer yourself.
Um, what should
I
I
believe
sample?
you know how to you play the guitar
A
like the
lit
instruments that you're
Yeah,
a
I
little bit
actually
of
my main
guitar.
instrument. Yeah, my Lola actually taught me how to play the piano.
Oh,
That's my main, but I'm trying to learn the guitar. It's funny because I come up with tunes on the guitar, but I don't play the guitar. I think you just fall in love with the
oh,
sound. Yeah, and you come up with something.
oh, okay.
Yeah. What's a
With that,
sample?
Alpha, yeah, you go ahead.
um,
For that sample, no, I just want to add to that. If because you were a composer yourself, so if you were to write a theme song as
Mm.
of right now, as an individual, what would it be and why?
what would it be and why? Lately, a lot. I've been very challenged in sort of uh, pushing forward with our purpose and not attaching ourselves to um, sort of like if I win or if I don't win, for example, Miss New Zealand, you don't lose anything. You still gain lessons, and there are other ways, and there's many ways to reach people and help people. So sort of not attaching ourselves too much to materialistic titles and things like that. Yeah, that sort of thing. Right now, actually, we've got a fundraiser coming up for a charity, and I'm going to sing an original. And this one was called In
Oh,
Your
that is
Light.
nice.
Yeah,
In your, I'm sorry.
In Your Light.
In
Yeah.
your light, can you? If it would be, we would be pleasured to have like just a
Sample?
Yeah,
brief
yeah.
sample
But
Um,
before
chorus
that,
or
I
anything.
yeah.
found um, uh, uh, keep me here in your light for life. Need you here with your light for life. That's just that. That's one part of it. I just
So
remember.
nice. You really
Um,
embodied being a composer and a singer right now, Miss Alpha. Thank you so much for letting us see or witness your talent. Thank
oh,
you. Of
thank you.
course,
I was just trying to
Miss
remember the
Alpha.
lyrics.
I'd
Yeah.
also like. Go ahead.
I was just
Yes, go
In
ahead.
Your
Go ahead.
Light was actually it's exciting. That was inspired by uh, feeling like we're sometimes behind in life or things like that, or we're allowing other people to bring us down. To sort of keep me here in your light is referring to God. So it's sort of like nothing is the same as when His light is in our presence, and it grounds me. So that's why it's called In Your Light. Yeah, that's just a bit of background on that song.
All right. Yeah. Thank you very much for sharing that song. It's really
Thank you.
great, a great song. And the thing that that was composed by her, and
Yeah. That came from
she
your
let
heart.
us
That's so nice.
she
Oh,
let us
thank
hear
you.
a piece of that song here on screen. Thank you very much. But
Oh, thank you.
yeah. Anyhow, Miss Alpha or Alpha, would like to
Yeah.
ask, where do you see yourself 5 years from now?
5 years from now.
Mm.
I have, I'm very kind of sometimes really ambitious, like sometimes over ambitious, but I have many goals, but I just know that in 5 years, if I stick to them, I see myself just. Um, I really would love to have something to do with a homeless shelter. I've never actually said that with anyone out loud before, but I just I really feel a pull for homeless people, and or just anyone that um, doesn't have the same privileges as other people. And I just know whatever it looks like in 5 years, I want to be helping that community or in that space and uplift people. I always tell myself, sorry, I can talk a lot. um, I don't want to be another privileged person that doesn't care, because there's a lot of that sometimes in this world. And I feel like we're all put on this earth,
Yes.
yeah, with gifts. And it sometimes crosses my mind, it'd be a shame to leave this earth without not knowing and not sharing that gift with those around us.
Yes.
Yeah, so to just pursue
You
that. So I
are
don't
so
know what
right.
that looks like, but yeah,
Yes.
helping others.
Totally.
Yeah, you're totally right. No? And I just want
Mm,
to add to that. The only disability that a person has, if he or she has an ability to help, but she is not able to help other people.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
mm.
That
You
is.
go ahead.
You go ahead, partner. I'm
I
so
have
sorry
just like
because we are so overwhelmed with the
your
information and
presence, of
your
course, and
experience.
your wisdom as,
Mm.
Musa model at the same time, Miss New Zealand 2023 finalist. To us, to our young minds out there, partner,
Mm.
do you have anything else to say?
Nothing from me.
Of course. So, Miss Alpha, no, before we, um, of course, Miss Alpha, at this moment, I'm sorry for that. At this
That's
moment,
okay.
I would just like to ask you, after everything, like all those enlightenment and encouragement, of course, the wisdom that we got from you, what do you consider as your greatest achievement right now?
Wow, greatest achievement. I think as of now, in spite of the challenges and things, being able to still stay, believe that I still have I have a purpose to help others and to remain close to God through everything. Because I feel like when you, even though we might fall off that path at times, no one's perfect. If we keep God in our, on like, put God first in everything, then can't really go wrong, and He'll guide us. So I think sometimes it can be easy with everything that's happening in the world. Sometimes the news is negative and things like that. It can be easy to become jaded and things like that. But to be able to continue to choose kindness, because I feel like that's us representing God's image. Yeah, and I don't want to lose that, no matter how people treat you sometimes. Yeah. Mm.
All right. Thank you very much
Thank
with
you as
all
well.
the
These are amazing
information
questions.
and
I'm glad you enjoyed the
yeah.
questions. We are
Yeah,
glad that you
I did.
enjoyed
I
our
really
questions so
did. I love
far.
you.
We are so happy for that. And one thing that I have here,
We
we
love
love you
you
too from the
too.
Philippines to New Zealand. Anyhow,
Aw,
we
thank
just want to
you.
reiterate the things that you made mention earlier, or the phrase that
Mm.
struck to our mind, which you made mention earlier. You don't want to be
I'm
uh,
not.
known to be a privileged person who doesn't care.
Yeah, which is right
How
now.
awesome is that?
Yeah.
I know this is really like a stepping stone for you to continue nurturing and of course supporting the community, not just there in New Zealand, but of course reaching from
Back
New
here in the
Zealand to the
Philippines.
Philippines. So that is really commendable. Of
I
course,
actually,
at this juncture,
I actually can't
yeah,
wait
go
to
ahead.
go back. Yeah, I
Okay,
swear.
so we look forward.
I hope we can see each other.
Uh-huh. Soon, we
Hopefully.
never know.
Yeah,
Hope-
yeah.
So of course, at this juncture, this is a bit more light-hearted than the first ones, the first questions, because we're about to have
Okay.
our fast talk.
Yeah, just for Alpha's information. Yeah.
Yeah.
We asked also our previous guests, which are Miss Kelly,
Yeah.
Miss Jean, Miss
Mrs. Carmela,
Joanna.
Tita Carmela,
Yeah, Tita Carmela. I mean, Tita Jean.
Tita Jean.
Yes. So in this fast talk, though, we will be asking you two questions, and you will choose either one, or you can actually have them both. So this is just a light questions. And are you ready
Oh,
for that?
cool. Yes. Do it.
Yeah, I know you're
Alright.
always ready, no? Yeah. To start up the question, and yes, to start up the question, green or blue?
Blue.
Ganun ko.
Blue.
Brands or eco-friendliness?
Eco-friendliness.
Of course, eco-friendliness. Another question would be sustainable or fashionable?
Sustainable.
Sustainable.
Yeah.
Of course, we have traditional or modern.
Hmm. Right now, I'm feeling traditional.
Traditional. Okay.
Always
Yeah.
came back to roots and
Yeah.
always be thankful with Filipino blood. Anyhow, the next question would be how,
Have
yeah, have world peace or stop world hunger?
Ulit po.
It's okay, it's okay. Have a world peace or stop world hunger?
Oh, stop world hunger for me. Yeah.
For sure.
okay. Now, next we have be a queen or be an advocate.
Ah. I think be a
You're having a
queen. Because when you're a
crossroads.
queen, when you're a queen, you're an advocate for
Advocate.
something. Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, what excites you right now, Alpha?
What excites me right now that I'm having this interview with you. Yeah,
Oh, that
actually.
is so nice.
That's great to hear.
And since we're having this interview already, what are you looking forward to?
Another interview Kidding. With you guys. Yeah.
Yes, if there
So many things. Like
So
this
many
weekend, yeah, we're doing we have a photo shoot. So I always in my rehearsals I've always brought a piece something Filipino in my outfit. Like either it's a Philippine pearl bracelet or Philippine pearl earrings or the colors of the flag.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm just
that
looking
is
forward
nice.
to doing some pasarela.
Oh, and practicing Filipino.
how proud
Yeah.
she is being Filipino.
That's nice. Of course, we heard you when you said another interview. You're looking forward to another interview. We will definitely keep that in mind.
Oh,
That's
cool.
good.
Thank
I'm
you.
looking forward for that. If you will ask us what we are looking forward to, we are
Yeah.
looking forward
Yeah.
to that as well.
to
Yeah.
another
Oh,
beautiful-
yay. Cool.
If there were like no rules in your life for one day and you could be outrageous, what would you do?
I would eat the most interesting foods that I couldn't eat. Like, yeah. And I don't know, I would probably try travel as many places as I could in that one moment.
That speaks volume. Like you're really an adventurous person, from food to
Yeah.
traveling countries. That is so
Just,
nice.
yeah. You could do so much. But yeah. Mm.
Yeah, if you were to do something else, very outrageous, you do everything that comes in mind, correct?
I
Very
feel
smart.
like, yeah, because sometimes I feel like, yeah, it's sometimes the things we really want to do when we start to think too much, we end up not doing it. You
Mm.
don't want yes.
I quite agree to that.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway,
Anyway, what do
Mhm.
you hope will be the defining characteristics of your legacy? Of being an advocate, of being a model, of
I
being an
think
advocate,
always
just
definitely
specific.
yeah, at the same time, queen.
an advocate. Always leading with love and kindness and compassion.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But, and standing strong
Such
to
a
our purpose.
sweetheart.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Hmm.
Very such a sweetheart, really you are, Miss Alpha. Of course, right now I would just like to ask, after everything, after the wisdom that you gave us, and of course for gracing us with your heart's desire, what is your message to the young minds
Like
out
us.
there, especially our viewers right now, not just the young ones, but of
Yeah.
course to our titas and titos who's also watching this corero.
Mm. I feel like to never stop learning about what makes us us, because I feel like God has designed us exactly the way we are, and the day we stop discovering what our gifts are, then we don't know how much we could have made an impact to those around us, or um, yeah, um, sort of sharing that with others. So to always there's always room for learning and rediscovering ourselves and bettering ourselves so we can better help others. Yeah, yeah. Just that.
Yes, I love that she mentioned that, using your gift to help other people.
Exactly, being an
Nothing
instrument.
more rewarding
Yeah,
than
love
helping other people, singing for a good cause. And yeah,
that.
anyhow, thank you very much for the talk, for
Yeah.
allowing us to interview you,
That
Alpha.
concludes our
Thank
interview
you.
right now,
Yes.
Miss Alpha. Thank you so much. Of
Thank
course,
you
once
so
again for
much. I really
gracing us.
enjoyed this.
We are glad that you enjoyed it. Jace and I have been really like looking forward to this, and we are
Oh,
both
thank you.
honored that your tita Carmela also like
Yeah,
um, encouraged you to be in this interview right now. So
yeah, I am
Yes,
so
that
grateful.
being said, we've been doing our research also. We've
mhm.
been looking at your, profiles and everything, and we've commend you for such a young age. You've accomplished a lot.
Yeah,
In
being a woman of culture, like
being a young advocate,
young
she
advocate.
does a lot.
Mm.
Yes.
Oh,
So
thank you.
with
I
that,
feel like,
with
yeah.
that, Miss, go ahead.
I s- I always say so much. I feel
It's
like
okay,
that's
no
the
worries.
exciting thing of life, like to make the most of the opportunities, because it's just always been an interesting thought, like how much, like how like sort of what's the word? How far can our potential go, and sort of things you don't know if you don't try. Yeah, it's
Yeah, you're
just
still
yeah,
young. 25 is
yeah,
still young. Like there's
yeah.
still like a long way of
Mm,
endeavors out there.
We never know
yeah,
if we never try.
Yes.
Correct.
yeah.
Am I right? Are you 25, Miss Alpha?
Yes, I'm
Am I correct?
25.
Okay. My our research is
Hmm.
I'm
affirmative.
okay. I think
Anyway,
it's good.
um, Miss Alpha, we would like to give you a spotlight to promote anything that you are currently embarking right now, especially,
Oh,
of course,
amazing.
being a Musa model and at the same time, Miss New Zealand 2023 finalist. Go ahead, the
Oh,
spotlight is yours.
amazing. Oh,
Go
thank
ahead.
you. Oh, there's so much. Well, at the moment, the People's Choice Awards has just started for Miss New Zealand. So, if we sort of the things that I'm advocating for, representing the House of Musa and the charity around sexual harm awareness, Brave, and also food poverty. I'm inspired by the resilience of Filipinos actually for the food poverty thing, that um, we make so much and we're always so grateful, and we use our skills for good. So if we want to vote for me, that's going on. It's on the official Miss New Zealand page, and I think you just like my photo, and that's a point, or comment share, and that's some other points. But yeah, just feel free to follow my page, because I'm doing a lot of fundraisers for really good campaigns and representing House of Musa in the first official show in New Zealand, which I'm so excited to be a part of. Thank you. Yeah.
All right, thank you very much. And yes, we are looking forward for more interviews
Yes,
Yeah,
from
that's so
you,
exciting.
Miss Alpha, and to the rest of the models.
of
And yeah, we
course.
would like to
Thank
thank
you.
everyone, our audience, Miss Alpha, for tuning into our episode.
Yeah,
And we would like to
Oh,
thank also our the
viewers. Yeah,
behind the
our
scene,
technical
our
and
team.
staff, thank you so much. Shout out to our technical
mm,
team, Rowena, Dwight. We have Nicole. Of course, we have Annalena. And of course, thank you so much, Direk Rene, for giving us this opportunity, and of course, for
yeah.
trusting us and our talents as well, our skills rather. So yeah, once again, this has been
Thank
a very
you.
indulging talk with Miss Alpha. Thank you so much. Please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe PSTV5 Plus on Instagram, Facebook, and of course our YouTube channel. Please.
Wow,
All right,
thank
thank you very much
you.
for
Thank you so much. Nice to
everyone.
meet
Once again,
you.
To meet
thank
you, Miss
you.
Alpha. Let's
You're
keep
very
on
welcome.
let's keep on
Mm,
connecting, for
yeah,
future connections and stuff. So
All
once
right.
again,
yes, of
Once
course.
again, this is Jace.
and this is Pia
Now signing off.
signing off. Thank you. Thank
Um,
you, Miss Alpha.
Thank you for